Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about some of the keto items we found at our local Walmart. So stay tuned and check it out. Hi Localtarians, it's Amanda and I'm here to talk a little bit about keto. We're going to go to Walmart's today and just kind of give you a general idea of some things that you can use in your keto diet. This is going to be more like snacks or, added on things. Just in general, some things that maybe you didn't know were there that are good keto options, and maybe a few things that are bad examples of keto. This is good for low sugar diets, by the way. If you guys are trying to cut back on your sugar, most of the stuff we're going to be looking at is going to be lower in sugar, obviously, because sugar is equal to carbs, and we want to try to avoid those too on the keto. There might even be some options for, low gluten. So don't assume and click off just because you think this was just a keto only, video. But yeah, let's get headed. We're going to go to our local Walmart. We're going to look around a little bit, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I found and see what you guys think. And if you have any additional questions, comment down below. Let us know what are some questions you have about the keto diet. And I'm one of those people that if you ask me something, if I don't know the answer, I'll either just tell you I don't know the answer or I will find out. Okay, so let's do that, and then I'm going to come back to you guys and just let you know all about the things that we found while we were there. We're going to keep it short and sweet. We might do some more videos like this with other things in mind, and let us know which ones you like better, or if you want us to check a different store perhaps. It's up to you guys. You run this rule. We don't get paid to do this. We're doing this because we love our community and want you guys to know where you can go in your own neighborhood and find the things you need to do your journey. All right, let's do it. Okay, when we first walk in, we do find this low-carb living destination, and they do have Atkins things, as well as Quest bars, Quest cookies, a variety of things that you can do if you're really feeling like you need something to tide you over and get past some of the sweets. These are going to help you a little bit, but make sure you do read the labels because some are better than others. I don't always recommend every single thing, so definitely double check it. But if you're going to eat one of these, it's going to be a lot better than buying a regular candy bar. I mean, this cookie is a lot of carbs, but when you look at it, it's also a lot of fiber. So not too shabby. We did take a stroll in the supplements aisle. They do have the amino energy with electrolytes. Now, electrolytes are pretty important with keto because for whatever reason, this diet does tend to sap out some of the electrolytes. So putting them back in them will definitely make your diet a lot more successful. So if you're not a big salt eater, for example, you might want to add something like this, although this is a much healthier way to get your electrolytes. And again, this fat bombs are a great way that you can get more fat without getting more sugar. So you can try stuff like that. Again, you want to read your labels. They are not all created equally. I'm not a huge fan of the slim fast versions because they tend to be a little out of range. I mean, none of these are great clean options, but when you really need to add a little more fat into your day for this diet to really get you into ketosis, these are still good options. Cheese is our friend. Well, to an extent, you do want to take it easy. You don't want to go crazy, but you can have your fair share of cheese. You do want to pick a good cheese. These down below typically are a little more processed and not necessarily the greatest options, but you go with like Sargento or Cracker Barrel, you're going to find some great options. Even the Walmart brands are good. Just you want to steer clear of some of these like processed cheeses. So again, it all comes down to reading your labels for success. right, so they've got lots of great things you can choose for your keto diet in the frozen section. You do have to be super careful. Some of them have quinoa, some of them have potatoes. So you really have to read the label, because some of them present themselves like a super healthy option, and then it just turns out that they are just laden with carbs or other bad things that you just don't need. These are great examples. They're horrible, horrible. These cauliflower wings look like they'd be, oh, this looks like a great option, and then you read it right, it does say lightly breaded. That's bad right off the bat. But then just look at that carb count. That's a big NO right there. Yikes. All right, so there's also some other things in here. If you like to get zoodles, which are spiralized zoodle noodles, basically, you can get them in this section along with your cauliflower rice, which are always nice options. Everything in moderation, though. You do want to still try to stay within your macros and not to get too carried away for the best success. And of course, you do still have to check. They do have like mashed cauliflower, things like that. You do want to read all your labels, because again, they're not all created equally. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. These are great. These real good are not bad products. You do need to check. Some of them are a little higher than others, but when you really feel like you want to kind of step outside of your typical keto meal and maybe just have something as a backup in your freezer, these aren't horrible choices. You know, some are better than others. This is something new I just found. These Fat Bomb bites. These are great. You do have to kind of work to get them into your diet, though, because they're about 6 net carbs. So, you know, kind of high on that. However, if you need a little more fat in your life, they've got a great amount of fat in there. And if you're really kind of, you know, getting that sweet tooth, it's another great way to kind of fight that so that you don't go off your track. All right, guys, and there's always pizza. Pizza's a thing. Now, I had never seen these Quest pizzas. That might be something to try. Again, you want to look at your labels, because like there are some in there that are not going to work out for your diet. The Kali Power, those are awful. They're just loaded with carbs. Not a great choice. And of course, ice creams. They have some new stuff. I'm really excited to see these Rebels ice cream sandwiches. Enlightened's got a lot of popsicle or, you know, ice cream bars, we'll say. So that's some great choices. And of course, you've got lots of options now, so they're really looking out for us. They're usually a little bit more, but sometimes they're worth it. The ones I'm about to show you down below, the Keto Halo Tops and the Enlightened ice creams. Make sure you're getting the keto one and that you're double checking. Most of them have a label around the top that say it, but there might be a few brands out there that do not. So make sure you're double checking that you're getting the right one. They are delicious, though, I will say that. They're not quite an ice cream. They're a little bit of a different consistency, but when you really feel like ice cream, these are gonna really keep you on track a little easier than, so you don't run off and get the real thing. Now, if you guys make shakes or you like to try to make your own kind of ketoized desserts, these are great options to add in. They're protein powders, antioxidant powders, cacao. Fresh cacao is really good. It isn't sweetened though, so keep that in mind. And you do again want to check your labels. The ones I originally showed you are really good. Some of these I'm not as familiar with. You just want to be super careful. And, you know, a great shake, maybe adding some fruit and stuff like that is a good choice. Then you have your sweeteners. You know, Swerve is a great choice for baking, I think. I've been using Pure, which I didn't see at Walmart at this time, which is a stevia, and it's a concentrated form of stevia. Now, these are okay, but I really like the Pure one because you only need a couple drops to sweeten what you're looking for, and I think the less of that kind of processed stuff you use, the better, so not too bad. All right, and now snackage. Okay, now we all need something that's a little crunchy, a little salty, something to just kind of remind us we are alive, right? So you want to avoid the ones that have a lot of seasonings and try to go with a more natural one, but read your labels. Some of them are not that bad, but you can see there's a lot of extra junk in those ones that have extra flavorings. So the plain ones are always a better choice. But when you're really feeling it and you really need that extra something, you could certainly grab one of these other flavored ones as well. It's not saying you could never have them. I just wouldn't inundate your whole diet with them. Now, sauces and, you know, condiments. Ranch is always a great choice, obviously, for your salad or for any topping. But then this was pretty interesting. It's about 3 carbs for 2 tablespoons. I wouldn't call it the greatest thing in the world. It looks like 3 carbs. So yeah, you want to just maybe in moderation, but you know, you only use like a tablespoon or 2, so something like that wouldn't be so bad. Now barbecue sauce, that's a little harder because most barbecue sauce has sugar, but Sweet Baby Ray's, that is some good stuff. And I love this Stubbs barbecue as well. It's sugar free and they are full of flavor. They really add it on, so you don't have to eat that plain chicken breast, you know. These are great. Oh, and they have steak sauce now too. I didn't even notice that, but that's amazing. Teriyaki is usually out of bounds because it has so much sugar, so that might be a great choice. All right, guys, well, I want you guys to leave me a comment down below. What's your favorite keto snack? We would love to hear from you. I hope you enjoyed our video. Thank you guys so much. If you want to reach out to us, make sure that you follow us on all of our platforms. We'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and peace. We'll catch you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with all your friends.
And hit that bell so you know when we have a new video.